Cindy's morning begins with a soft chime at 9:30. She stretches one arm under the blanket and listens to the gentle sound. For a moment, she lies still, letting the melody guide her from sleep up to wakefulness. After 30 seconds, she reaches out and taps her phone, playing a calm song she loves. The soft piano notes fill the room and help Cindy feel peaceful and ready to move. She sits up slowly, placing her feet on the floor. Cindy takes 3 long, steady breaths, closing her eyes as she inhales and opens them as she exhales. With each breath, she feels her mind clear a little. She remembers to name one thing she is grateful for. Today, she says quietly, "I am thankful for fresh air." This small practice brings a quiet smile and a warm feeling in her chest. Walking to the window, Cindy pulls back the curtains. Bright sunlight streams in, painting the walls with gold. She pauses to enjoy the glow, lifting her face toward the light. A gentle breeze lifts the edge of her curtain, and she breathes in the fresh air. From her nightstand, she picks up a glass filled with water and a slice of lemon. Sipping slowly, she feels the cool liquid move down her throat and awaken her body. Cindy sets the glass aside and moves to a clear space by her bed. She reaches her arms above her head, interlacing her fingers and stretching toward the ceiling. She then bends to touch her ankles and rolls her shoulders back. Each gentle movement helps her body feel longer and looser. As she stretches, Cindy imagines letting go of any tiredness from yesterday. She breathes in calm and breathes out any worries, finding a sense of balance in each motion. Finishing her stretches, Cindy walks back to her nightstand and lifts a small notebook. She opens to a fresh page and writes one sentence in neat handwriting. "Today, I feel hopeful." The words flow slowly as she writes, helping her notice her own feelings. Writing in English gives her a chance to practice simple vocabulary and to connect with her heart at the same time. When she closes the notebook, Cindy feels more grounded and aware. Before leaving the room, Cindy plays her calming song again for a few moments. She stands still as the final notes fill the air. Then she speaks one positive phrase aloud. "I can handle anything today." Saying the words gives her confidence and reminds her of her own strength. Even if she feels a little nervous, the gentle reminder helps her believe in herself. Finally, Cindy looks around her tidy room. The bed is slightly soft, the curtains wide open, and the floor clear. She takes a last deep breath, feeling peaceful and full of hope. With a small nod to herself, Cindy lifts her chin and walks out of her room, carrying the calm and positive energy she created. Her gentle awakening has set the tone for a day of learning, growing, and finding joy in small moments. Cindy steps quietly into the kitchen, where the soft morning light filters through the curtains. Her mother stands by the stove, gently stirring a pot of oatmeal that fills the air with a warm, comforting scent. Her father pours coffee into a white ceramic mug, the rich aroma adding a gentle buzz of energy to the room. Her younger brother, Jason, carefully measures milk into his cereal bowl, the cold liquid sloshing almost silently against the spoon. The small round table holds 4 simple chairs, and as Cindy takes her seat, each family member offers a single word to describe their mood. Her mother smiles and says, "hopeful." Her father nods and says, Steady. Jason grins and says, playful. And Cindy quietly adds her own word, grateful. In that moment, their simple sharing feels like a small ceremony, binding their hearts together before the day truly begins. After the mood sharing ritual, Cindy moves to the counter where a blender waits. She decided to try a new smoothie recipe today. She picks a handful of fresh spinach leaves and places them carefully into the blender's clear container. Next, she peels a ripe banana and breaks it into pieces, dropping each chunk on top of the greens. She scoops a tablespoon of creamy peanut butter into the mix and pours in cold almond milk until the container is half full. As she pushes the blend button, the appliance hums softly, then rises in volume as the ingredients whirl together. Cindy watches through the clear walls as the color changes from bright green to a smoother pastel shade. After 30 seconds, she turns the blender off and pours the thick liquid into a tall glass. The first sip surprises her with its creamy texture and balanced sweetness. She closes her eyes and savors the taste, noticing the earthy spinach, the mellow banana, and the hint of nutty peanut butter. This small creative experiment shows Cindy that trying new things can be both nourishing and fun. While Cindy enjoys her smoothie, her family begins to share small stories from their lives. Her father recalls a memory from when he was a child, running barefoot through his grandmother's garden, feeling the cool dirt under his feet and the sun warming his back. He describes the rows of bright flowers and the laughter of neighborhood children, painting a vivid picture that makes Cindy's heart swell with warmth. Her mother laughs softly as she remembers a recent kitchen mishap. She had mixed up sugar and salt in a cake recipe, creating a sweet, salty surprise that everyone tasted with equal parts delight and horror. Jason chimes in with a tale of his soccer game last afternoon, how he scored a goal just as the sun dipped below the park trees, and how his teammates lifted him on their shoulders. As she listens, Cindy feels a sense of connection and joy. These simple moments of shared history and laughter strengthen the bonds between them, reminding her that family stories are a source of comfort and pride. Suddenly, Luna the cat pads into the room, her paws silent on the wooden floor. She leaps onto the table near Cindy's glass and nudges it with her head, purring a low, contented sound. Cindy reaches out a hand and strokes Luna's soft fur, feeling the silky coat slide between her fingers. The cat closes her eyes in bliss, leaning into the touch as if she understands the calm of the moment. Cindy gently whispers, "Good morning, Luna," practicing the words pet, purr, and affection in her mind. The simple act of caring for her pet fills Cindy with happiness and reminds her of the power of quiet companionship. As Luna settles beside her glass, Cindy feels a gentle warmth in her chest, grateful for the small creature who offers her unconditional comfort every day. Before leaving the table, Cindy reaches for a small stack of flashcards sitting in a cup on the corner of the table. Jason picks up each card and holds it out to her, one at a time. The first reads sunrise, and Cindy pronounces it slowly, sunrise. She then uses it in a sentence. The sunrise painted the sky with pink and orange. The second card reads refresh, which she enunciates with care. Refresh, she says, A cold glass of juice will refresh me. The final card reads softly, which she practices. So softly. She uses it in a phrase. The birds sing softly in the morning. Jason listens and nods, his eyes bright with pride at her progress. Each word feels like a tiny victory, adding new colors to Cindy's English vocabulary. With a flashcard exercise complete, Cindy gathers her plate and glass, sliding them into the sink beside the neatly stacked dishes. She looks at her family around the table, feeling a strong sense of gratitude and love. Her mother gives her a quick sideways glance and a wink, as if to say, "Well done." Her father ruffles her hair gently, and Jason offers a playful salute. Cindy smiles and says, "Thank you for breakfast and the stories," practicing her manners in English. The words come easily, warmed by the love in her voice. As she stands to leave the kitchen, Cindy carries with her more than just a full stomach. She feels nourished by wholesome food, strengthened by family laughter, comforted by her cat's affection, and encouraged by her English practice. The simple routines of breakfast have filled her body and heart with energy and positive feelings. With a final glance at the table where her family sits, Cindy steps toward the next part of her morning, ready to continue her day with confidence, kindness, and a curious spirit. Cindy returns to her bedroom and carefully makes her bed. She pulls the sheets tight and smooths the blanket from top to bottom. The tidy bed makes her feel calm and organized. Next, she sprays a light citrus mist around her desk area. The fresh scent fills the air and lifts her mood. She brushes her hair slowly, running the brush from roots to ends, and applies a thin layer of lip balm to keep her lips soft. These small acts of self care remind Cindy that she deserves kindness and attention. Standing before her wardrobe, Cindy chooses her outfit for the day. She selects a bright blue shirt that matches her hopeful mood and pairs it with a comfortable pair of jeans. As she dresses, she practices a few simple English words under her breath: confident, express, style. Looking in the mirror, she adjusts the collar and smooths any wrinkles. When she feels satisfied, she gives herself a small nod and a quiet smile, ready to show the world her true self. Cindy then sits at her desk and opens her planner. She writes down one big goal: finish her English presentation. Below that, she lists two small tasks: review her math homework and pack a healthy snack. Next to each item, she draws a tiny doodle: a star for her big goal and a leaf for her snack. The doodles make the tasks feel friendly and fun. By seeing her goals on paper, Cindy feels more focused and prepared for the day ahead. To boost her confidence, Cindy stands in front of a full length mirror and holds a power pose. She places her hands on her hips and stands tall, feet shoulder width apart. For 30 seconds, she breathes deeply and repeats aloud, "I am ready." This simple exercise fills her with energy and helps calm any nerves. When she lowers her arms, Cindy feels a steady sense of strength and determination. With her room neat and her mind clear, Cindy picks up her lightweight backpack. It feels snug, but not heavy. She slings it over one shoulder and steps outside. The morning air is crisp and fresh. Birds chirp in the trees, and a soft breeze rustles the leaves. Cindy begins her walk to school through the quiet neighborhood. She takes out her phone and plays a short 3-minute English dialogue about greetings. As she listens, she repeats the phrase, "Good morning, how are you?" in her mind, practicing both pronunciation and rhythm. Along the path, Cindy sees her neighbor, Mr. Lee, tending his garden. She smiles and says clearly, "Good morning, Mr. Lee." "Yenit manasasan." He looks up, smiles back, and waves. Cindy returns the wave and feels a warm rush of confidence. Speaking in real situations helps her trust her English skills. This friendly exchange also reminds her that learning happens everywhere, not just in the classroom. As Cindy continues her walk, she notices the sun rising between the rooftops. The light feels hopeful, and she breathes in deeply, enjoying the moment. She steps carefully along the pavement, each footfall a steady beat that moves her forward. Soon, the tall brick walls of her school appear ahead. Cindy takes one last deep breath, straightens her shoulders, and lifts her head high. Reaching the school gate, Cindy pauses for a moment. She looks at her reflection in the glass door and sees a young learner filled with purpose and calm confidence. In her heart, she carries the kindness she showed herself that morning. With a small nod, Cindy steps through the entrance, ready to begin her first class. Today, she knows, is another chance to learn, grow, and share her gentle strength with others. Cindy's morning routine shows us how small, kind actions can make a big difference in our day. She begins with gentle moments of gratitude and calm music, which help her wake up with a peaceful mind. By taking slow breaths and naming one thing she is thankful for, she opens her heart to positive feelings right away. The sunlight and a glass of lemon water refresh her body, and her simple stretches help her release tension from the night before. As she moves to breakfast with her family, Cindy discovers new ways to nourish both her body and her heart. She tries a creative green smoothie recipe and tastes the creamy blend of spinach, banana, and peanut butter. The shared stories around the table, her father's childhood memories, her mother's baking mishap, and her brother's soccer triumph fill the kitchen with laughter and warmth. Caring for Luna, the cat reminds her of the gentle power of friendship and affection. When she practices new English words with Jason's flashcards, she grows more confident and proud of her progress. Later, Cindy returns to her room and focuses on self-care and planning. She makes her bed neatly and sprays a fresh citrus mist, setting a calm, organized tone. Brushing her hair and applying lip balm become moments of kindness toward herself. Choosing a bright shirt and jeans that match her mood gives her a sense of expression and confidence. Writing her big goal and small tasks in her planner, complete with cheerful doodles, helps her stay focused. A brief power pose in front of the mirror reminds her of her inner strength. Finally, Cindy steps outside with her backpack and walks through the quiet neighborhood. Listening to a short English dialogue and greeting her neighbor in clear words turns her walk into a gentle lesson in language and community. Arriving at school, she carries the caring, positive energy she created and feels ready for SAR learning. The deep lesson from Cindy's story is that a simple, mindful routine can prepare us to face each day with calm confidence. By adding small habits, gratitude, gentle movement, creative learning, and self care, we build a strong foundation for our work, study, and relationships. You can try her ideas yourself. Start with 1 minute of thanks, stretch beside your bed, share a kind word with someone you love, or write one goal for today. Congratulations on listening all the way through and improving your English listening and understanding. To keep growing, answer this quick question in the comments below. What helped Cindy start her day with a positive mind? A. Naming one thing she was grateful for. B. Watching TV in bed. Please comment A or B. If you enjoyed this story, please subscribe to our channel and click the bell to get new simple English stories every week. If you would like to support us in creating free, high-quality content, you can donate to help cover our costs. Your support means we can keep making videos for you. Thank you for learning with us.